Hello, this is a transformation video for Turtle Prime. As you can see, he has all his weapons right now, and they are stored on his robot mode. The faceplate, there are few faceplate and head options. This is the one I am using for this video, but if you want to check the other ones, you can visit the gallery. And this is the way the weapons are stored. There are clips that you use to store them, except for the swords. So I am showing you this setup, but for the transformation I will be removing the weapons, so this whole nunchuck section can unplug. You can leave it for car mode, but I'll unplug it for now. Same with the size that come with small clips that you can just remove. As for the back, the swords just store like this. You can slide them and they will hold just with friction because of those guns. And there's a special slot for the bow staff that you can just unclip, and you can just rotate it. It will not matter in any mode, in car mode, so you can just leave it like this. So here is Turtle Prime without his weapon. Oh, sorry. So here is Turtle Prime without his weapons, and you will transform him into his van mode. And to do that, we can start with the top, and there's a groove here that you can grab to rotate this whole window section. Right now the windows are not secured, so they can flap a bit, but they will hold in place, but it's better to glue them at the end. The head for this version has to be rotated sideways. Right, let's look at this from the back. So right now this whole section is holding all those two, like there are tabs here, so you can raise it slightly and we can just move those out of the way to rotate this whole section like this. So we have something like this, and now we can move everything so that it forms the roof. Right now they are not locked. I will show you how to lock them in a second. Now just rotate those windows back and plug in them in those slots here. As you can see, there are tabs over here. I hope you can see. And let's just, it's easy to do when you see him normally. Right now, because I'm filming, I may be a bit more cumbersome than I should be. Rotate those arms like this. Now rotate them sideways like this. Unplug this section here, and just on this double hinge form a shape like this. Same here, rotate, unplug, and do it like this. And now on this double hinge you can position the arms over here, and using those two tabs lock them. For this roof section, here are the guns. Let's push them down to make sure that because they are held by friction. As you can see, there are sections. How to show you? I think it should be visible like this. There are shapes here that correspond with those shapes here, and to lock them you just have to align them like this. As you can see, they are now inside, and now just rotate everything and this whole roof section should lock like this, so it's now moving as one part. Some parts may move out of alignment now, but this back section will lock them back into place. And now just move those two panels here. Now we have to you know what, no, let's do the legs. The legs are like this. Right now the leg movement is locked, and to unlock it, first let's move them down here so they do not interfere, and also let's move this spoiler section down, so it also doesn't interfere with the movement. And now if you pull on this knee and pull it slightly, the whole section unlocks, and now it allows you to open the entire leg. Let's pull this the wheel down so it doesn't interfere, and like this. So like as you can see, there is this locking point is locking the leg in, the same as with the other leg. I hope that the light isn't too bright, so I will just adjust it a bit. Same well as in the other leg, just move it slightly so it unlocks, and now those two tabs unlock the whole section. Let's move those flaps like this, also move those parts like this, and sorry, there's a cat hair, and now just lock them and rotate those parts here like this. They are installed recently, so they are quite stiff like this. Okay, and now let's move back here, grab this bumper and the whole front section and slightly just pull, and this will unlock this whole section, allow it to rotate. And when rotated like this, pull this whole section down, so all the way, so it reaches the end, and as you can see it's somewhat locked, but it helps. Okay, now those legs need to be pulled, you have to slide everything down, and do not slide it all the way yet, just slide it, I think this like this. Rotate those panels. As you can see, there are grooves here, and they will correspond with this like part here. Same with this. Right now they are not aligned, but that's okay. And now we can push this down, and it should lock into place with this panel. Same like this, make sure they are aligned, and just push this down. Okay, so now for those parts here, rotate this whole section around. Right now those sections are not secured with the pins, so they may move out of alignment, but normally they just rotate with no problems. Make sure that the fists are all the way back, because you will need this room here, so there you need to have small room between this and this. And now you need to rotate so that this part goes between the arms and this section. Same here. On Optimus it's a bit more there's a bit more room, but this is more compressed. So okay, so right now we have this stage. Now we can rotate everything. As you can see, this is how it rotates. This is between the arm and this section, and just wiggle it. There are a few locking places here that will just lock everything together. So just slightly wiggle it, and align those two parts here. And as you can see, everything should lock. You can adjust it slightly, but when you just like massage it or move it, it should all move into place. And now all that is left is just to rotate the spoiler and lock it like this. This is just a friction lock, just a plug. Move the wheels back if they moved out of alignment. Move this slightly up, so it should align with those two grooves. And you have the turtle van ready. So this is the car mode. You can push some things. So I forgot those two parts. I need to rotate them. So this is how he looks in his van mode. So this is a transformation of the first like finished version. As you can see, The wheels are static here. I mean, they can rotate, but on my version they are quite stiff, and usually I don't bother with wheel rotation. So, but it is possible to make them rotate. As you can see, they can move. Okay, so let's transform him back to his robot mode. But just one thing, you can still store this part here, so it can still be stored. So you do not need to remove this. Also, the SI can also be here the entire time. So there are clips here, and they can also be. Sorry, this. Okay, this is a quite small part, and it likes to just slide out of the way. So the size can stay like this all the time. You can try to put in the swords like this. They also there's just enough room here so that they can hold. The biggest problem is the bow staff, which is too long to place in any like meaningful way. So I may make a telescopic version later on. For now, you can. This is the only option you have. So for the bow staff, there is not really any storage room in the car mode. Okay, so but the default state, as I am thinking, is without the weapons. Okay, so let's transform him back. Unblock the spoiler, move it back so it's just easier for you. Now, by holding like this, you can open this whole section and slide. You can slide this section out and just lock it back here. So if you want to lock it, after rotating, you need to slightly push it down, and this will allow you to move it back down. And now it's locked in place. It has this side-to-side movement, but it won't wobble. Let's move those panels back like this. Let's extend the legs down. We can leave this section as it is for now. Okay. Rotate those panels. It's better to rotate them like this, so not 90 degrees, a bit sideways, so it gives you more room when you close the leg. Rotate. Let's move those foot panels away so that they do not interfere. Those openings are from the Prime version because it is the same version, and it just has an additional place for like extended heel, but for this version it's not needed. And move it like this. Now we can separate those legs, move those parts like this. Let's as you can see, those tabs are here and here, and if we rotate it and close this, it can still open, but if we slide it here, it's now locked. Same with this, and lock, and now the leg is locked. Let's rotate those parts here, slide the wheels back. For the spoiler, just rotate it like this and rotate it on the back, and same here. And this gives you a bit of a heel. If this slightly moves out, you can push this back because it's all the specs, and rotate this part. This one, it doesn't have a pin right now, so it may fall out, but the default one will just rotate on this part here and not fall out, and move it back like this. Okay, so here's him standing. Move this slightly up and separate those arms like this. Let's straighten out the arms. There's a locking point here, a tab that needs to be pushed till you hear a click, and this will help to lock it. Now rotate the arms back here. Okay, I rotate them like this, like this. You can flip the rudder back. It shouldn't pose a problem when it's up, but it gives you more room to rotate this part. Now open this, rotate it like this. This call section can slide in and out, so if you need help with rotating, you can slide it slightly back and slide it forward. Now you can lock those parts back in. If this comes out of alignment, just push it down till it's flat, move those parts back, move those parts here, and you have Turtle Prime back in his robot mode. One more thing, as you can see, you can lock this part here just by moving it above those tabs. So right now the whole section is locked. So here is Turtle Prime. The movement, the up movement, may be hindered by this place, so for now, if you want to move the leg up, you have to rotate it sideways like this. This one is quite stiff right now, but as you can see, you have to do this trick to move it up. And okay, so there will be other videos that showcase weapons and stuff like this, but this is a transformation video, so I hope you like it, and thank you.